Welcome back to UCSI TV News, where we bring you the best and the most thrilling stories. I'm Angeline, your host for today. Throughout our show, we'll be giving you a rundown on the hottest news topics not only in Malaysia, but around the world. First, we'll be having a look at the happenings in our very own UCSI Kuala Lumpur campus.
The students of UCSI Project Live 2023 recently launched a massive 3-event spanning program which was headlined by their opening event, From KJ to DJ. Centered around former Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin, From KJ to DJ was an engaging dialogue session with the energetic former politician. Throughout this session, Khairi provided insight into his many past and present experiences in the world of broadcasting, while paying close mind to empower the voices of youth. The following event was a spectacular red carpet showcase by the energetic Project Live team. Participants were lured into UCSI's Media Broadcasting Center under the guise that they were attending a simple exhibition. However, upon stepping into the room, they were greeted by a horde of screaming fans and paparazzi who were dying to get a hold of them. Following this, participants were walked through the life of a superstar as they took part in the interviews and photoshoots alike. This event brought a great deal of smiles on the faces of both students and lecturers as they experienced 5 minutes of what fame would be like. The grand finale of UCSI Project Live proved to be an eventful one, as the Press Night Soiree Prom provided joy to all that attended. From riveting band performances to explosive pop dances, the Press Night Soiree provided all the hallmarks of a prom night. Participants young and old enjoyed themselves on the dance floor as a moment of solace and fun was brought to them in between their busy schedules. After 3 grand events, UCSI Project Live has officially ended and will be remembered as a source of pride for UCSI Mass Communication students.
UCSI Project Live well and truly behind us, we move on to the latest news around you and I. In Bentong, Pahang, a slew of arrests occurred due to the permit conversion, while further down in Subang, a helicopter was down during testing. Lastly, our last bombshell involves a bomb scare on a prominent Malaysian activist. Here's Luha with the story.
Individuals have been arrested in Pahang after entering a forest reserve without a permit allowing for their entry. Hutan Simpan Kekal Bukit Tinggi is a forest reserve in Bentong, Pahang. The group was stopped by the district forest officers and after investigation, found not to have permits by the Pahang Forest Department to be on the premises. The forest officer had them arrested and transported to the Bentong police station. All suspects were released on bail, and a further investigation could result up to a fine of 10,000 ringgit or imprisonment up to 3 years, or to be convicted of both. Users online are at a rift on the matter, as some claim that the law is unjust and question if there were proper signages advising the hikers on the requirement to be present on the grounds, while others are aware that the permits are required so that those who choose to hike the forest trail are skilled and won't get lost. A test flight helicopter had crashed in Subang at Uni KL Miat Hangar near Sultan Abdul Aziz Shah Airport. The test had followed the standard of procedures. However, the Augusta AW189 helicopter was undergoing maintenance involving the engine and aircraft system tests when it crashed. The engineer had dismantled the aircraft fan motor and reassembled it before doing the hovering test. All 7 members on board of the flight test had gotten off without any serious injuries. The Malaysian human rights activist Siti Kazem had an attempt on her life as she discovered a makeshift bomb placed under her car as she went to service her vehicle while preparing a trip to Kelantan.
There are a lot of wires inside the bottle with a switch or something. So thank God I signed it for servicemen, otherwise I wouldn't have an idea at all.
The Brookfield Police Department chief has stated that both bottles will be sent to experts for further analysis.
To wrap up a week of eventful news in Malaysia, we have a show-stopping story that took place over the weekend. Last Saturday saw the cancellation of the Good Vibes Festival after one star acted out on the stage. British band the 1975 has been banned from Malaysia on music festival The Good Vibes after their lead singer criticized the country's anti-LGBTQ laws on stage.
Unfortunately, you don't get a set of loads of uplifting songs because I'm furious. And that's not fair on you because you're not representative of your government. Because you're young people, and I'm sure a lot of you are gay and progressive and cool. So I pulled the show yesterday. And we had a conversation. We said, you know what? We can't let the kids down because they're not the government. But I've done this before. I've gone to a country where it's I don't know what it is. Ridiculous.
Malaysian lawyer Matthew Thomas posted on his Facebook page naming all four of the British band members as defendants seeking general damages caused and other reliefs deemed fair by the court. Fahmi said the unity government's stance was clear and there will be no compromise with any party that challenges or violates Malaysian law. And now, for our very own UCSI TV News special report, brought to you by the wonderful field reporter, Luha Abdul Hamid. As the concept of fitness and exercise has taken shape in our society's consciousness recently, Luha delves deeper into the reasons why working out has actually benefits, not just physically, but potentially mentally too. More in this story.
Being a key factor to one's health, we have to wonder if university students are able to keep up with their health in the midst of their studies. To truly understand the importance of exercise and health, we have reached out to a personal trainer.
This is field reporter Luha Abdul Hamid with UCSI TV News here at Caliber Gym, an all-female gym, and I will be having an interview with personal trainer Zaina Mohammed. What would you recommend students to do to keep their health a priority while focusing on their studies?
I think for students or for anyone, they have to have a proper routine and consistency in their life. If they can build a routine which includes minimum 30 minutes of physical exercise, then they can do better, because physical exercise goes hand in hand with mental strength. And if they're physically fit, they will work well in their studies as well. So building a good routine works very well for every human being, not only students. I should say it's one thing that all human beings should do.
With your experience as a personal trainer, what would you say to these students that need to keep fit and that struggle to keep fit?
I do come across a lot of students who complain all the time that they don't have time. They cannot manage their time well. So I think time management is very important for them. If they can make time for studies and they can make time for a break, they can easily make time for their physical exercise. Nobody asks a person to do hours and hours of exercise. All you have to do is give yourself 15 to 30 minutes to unwind, to take a break from your school, from your university, from your studies, and it's good for your mental health as well, because as I've said before, physical health and mental health go a long way. And if you can find time for physical health, then you can find time for anything in this world.
As important as physical health is proven to be, let's hear from the students of UCSI on their views on exercise and their opinion on personal health.
How important do you find exercising?
Generally, I think it is important, but personally, I don't think it's that important.
It's very important, but I don't have enough time to do it, so I don't do it.
To be honest, I don't really exercise that much, but it is important to our body, because if we sweat, we can change remove oxygen in our body and also release the toxicity in our body. So
On to the Olympics now, as the Paris Games look set to roll around next year. After a delayed and subdued ceremony in Tokyo 2 years ago, can France help reimagine the game's prestige? Here is Li Ruiting giving you the story.
Thomas Bach, president of the International Olympic Committee, on Wednesday, 26 July, after several days in Paris, said he was very confident about the upcoming Olympic Games in Paris in a year's time. And he also said, "I'm not very confident, I'm very confident. I had a great few days in Paris. We saw the work of organization committee. All of this gives us confidence." He added also, "This Olympic will be more inclusive, younger, more urban, more sustainable. We have just received some excellent information on the preparation for the Paris 2024 Games." The president officially invited 203 countries to come to the game a year from now, but not Russia, Belarus, or Guatemala. The first two countries are banned from sport because of the war in Ukraine, and the third one because of the current political situation.
In the world of sports, we have an extravaganza of sports news today. From a shameful showing on the clay courts of tennis to an absurd abundance of money offered in football and glorious glamour in the pools, Dana Lai tells all.
There's been a buzz this week over disgraceful player Mbappe's $1 million offer and the new swim world record. This Tuesday, a match from the Hungarian Grand Prix left Chinese tennis player Zhang Shuai retiring in tears after the unfair and disrespectful behaviour displayed by opponent Amarisa Toth, who erased a mark that was clearly showing an in-court ball. It was her effort to cool things off as a heated and lengthy argument had broken up between Shuai and the umpire, who called the ball out. After calling the court physio, Shuai opted to retire while trailing 6-5 in the opening set of their round of 32 match in Budapest. The Hungarian's behaviour was swiftly condemned by fellow players on social media, including Australia's Alia Tomljanovic and Australian doubles player Ellen Perez. Over on the football field, fans and clubs around the world are left stunned by Al Hilal's $332 million offer for Kylian Mbappe's transfer, and even more stunned at his rejection. After Paris Saint-Germain left Mbappe, their star striker and the captain of France's national team, out of a 4-match pre-season tour, the Saudi Arabian club reportedly submitted a world record bid of $600 million for the striker to join them for a year. Despite the significant increase from his current $63 million salary with PSG, the footballer turned the offer down. PSG insiders believe Mbappe is refusing to speak to Al Hilal because he has already agreed to move to Real Madrid as a free agent next summer when his contract expires. Finally, victory and celebrations ensue for 19-year-old Australian swimmer Molly O'Callaghan, who not only walked away with a gold medal but also broke the women's 200-meter freestyle world record at the World Aquatic Championships in Fukuoka. O'Callaghan completed her lap in 1 minute and 52.85 seconds, beating Federica Pellegrini's 2009 record by 0.13 seconds. The win came as a shock for the swimmer, who was not expecting to win against Olympic champion Ariarne Titmus and Canada's Summer McIntosh, let alone break a 14-year-old record. She later shared she had zero expectations for this event and merely joined with the intentions of having fun and strategizing her new race plans. Ariarne Titmus bagged the silver medal, followed by Summer McIntosh, who took home bronze.
And with that, we have sadly come to the end of our program. We hope that UCSI TV News has provided you with the best viewing experience today. If we did, here's your timely reminder to time in again every Friday at 10 a.m. to get the best news stories. Thank you for watching UCSI TV News, and again, I have been your host, Angeline.